Well, hello everyone, my name is Prime and welcome back to this episode of ETS2 Showcases, and today I am here on 1.44 Open Beta. Yes, you've heard me correct, you are not going crazy. I am here on 1.44 Open Beta, which is the public beta, which of course you can opt into if you so choose to, but you may be wondering, Prime, why in the world are you not connected to your trailer? Well, that's why, my friends. Adjustable suspension is here. So amazing. Let's drop down the front as well. You have to press and hold the button, and then of course there is also, I accidentally hit my mouse there, there is a overall reset button too that you can assign. Of course, if you don't want to use adjustable suspension, that is perfectly fine. Just do not assign any of the buttons and you're all fine, doesn't matter. But for me, I've decided to add my buttons in on my numpad here on my keyboard, so I can choose, let's say we'll put the front down just a little bit. There, little press, release, it doesn't matter. You don't have to go all the way down. If you press and hold, it will eventually bottom out. And then, of course, I'll just reset here as I so choose to. So let's go ahead and put the rear down on this Renault T high sleeper, and let's back into our trailer here, which happens to have, oh, I've got my parking brake on, big shock. It happens to have clothes in it today, and I'll go over where we are right now. If people maybe have a keen eye, and basically the staple item of this update is the Austria rework project. So we're here in Graz, and we're heading up to Linz. This is going to be a beautiful journey, I do believe. I'm going to try and be inside and outside of the cab as much as I humanly possibly can. Is it finished resetting there for me? Yes, it is. Because, yeah, this area now has had a complete revamp and it looks absolutely amazing. So let's hop inside our Renault T and get a move on. Hopefully everyone is doing well. I certainly am. It has been a while since I've even done a normal style of episode on the channel. It doesn't matter if it's ATS or ETS2. It's been an eternity since I've done ETS2. But even when it comes to ATS, it has been a while. Well, I've been busy, simple as that, and I've been trying to keep up with the Prime News as much as I can, but of course these episodes have been lacking a little bit more than I certainly would hope for. But as we pull out of here, let's keep an eye out on the beautiful scenery around us and try not to crash into those cars that happen to be coming the other way. Beautiful area here in Austria. I can't even remember, in all honesty, if I've actually been to this area prior to the update. I believe I have. I have a feeling I've been in this area before on the ETS2 map. Correct me if I'm wrong, because some of you will have a lot better memories than I do when it comes to these episodes. And of course, check out the playlist if you are new here and want to go back and see some of the other episodes I've done. Keep in mind, they may not be very good. I'm going to be honest. Some of them are rougher than others, especially on the ATS side of things, because that goes way back on the YouTube scale here for my channel. But nonetheless, it is nice to be here in ETS2 once again, and of course here in the 1.44 open beta. Everything seems to be running quite smoothly for me so far. I am actually quite happy. I haven't seen any big performance hits, which is really nice to see. Sometimes with the betas, things aren't quite optimized the way we may like it, but overall it seems to be quite happy. Everything seems to be running okay, so I'll take that quite nicely. I got a little sidetrack there because that looks quite nice. A little bit murky though, the water, but I guess it is kind of swampish. So, I mean, that's respectable. That is respectable indeed. So, if you haven't seen my Prime News episode on what is included for ETS2 on 1.44, I would highly check that out, because at least as of right now, there are quite a few things that have come in with it. Obviously, as we're in Austria right now, the Austria rework has been completely done. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, look at this scenery around here. It looks absolutely beautiful as we drive through the country. Well, I guess a bit of the countryside. It's really a highway still, though. So I guess not really that much of a countryside. But we'll get on the interstate here by the looks of it. Indeed we are, kind of by the tunnels there. And get over here and see where we have to cruise to. But it is just a beautiful area around here. So many great views in Austria. Absolutely love it. Now, I do have to admit, I actually forgot to check at the bottom of the blog post. Well, I checked out the blog post, but when I did the Prime News for this open beta, I was so excited to get through the main topics that I forgot to actually look at the changelog completely in detail at the bottom of the blog post. That is completely my fault. So one thing I actually missed out, and the reason why I'm in the Renault T today, was because at the bottom of the blog post it said that the new 2022 interiors were supposed to be available for the Renault T. Now, I don't know, maybe you guys can help me out here. When I was configuring this truck, I didn't actually see an option that was explicitly for 2022, whether it was in the options itself or the overall package. I didn't actually see that, so I don't know if I'm just blind, which is there is a good option that I am, or a good situation that I am, I guess I should say. But if you happen to know, if you're on the beta and you've been able to see it, help me out there. I'd like to know. Maybe this is just first day problems, because I am actually recording this within the first few hours of it being installed on my computer after opting into it. So it is quite fresh. It's same day here that it's been released, so odds are maybe not everything is actually done in one update. I don't know. Betas tend to be in multiple phases generally for some of the inclusions, I guess we could say, for the new update. But I better slow down here as we are going through the tolls. I'm going to go through the rolling tolls today on this side. I think this is the rolling tolls. It looks like it. There's nothing. Oh, there is something in front of my way. I should have gone over one more. Oh, come on, Prime. Dude. Oh, rookie mistake. Absolute rookie mistake. Gonna open up for me there, barrier? Is it gonna allow me to? Please say it will open up eventually. No? Hello? You're joking me. Did I go into the one thing that won't open up? Okay, I am a certified noob. Seriously, I went to the one stinking gate that is for the AI only and it wouldn't open. I don't know if that's a bug possibly. Yeah, that was weird. Oh well, Best of Prime, what month are we in now? I guess April? Yeah, April. Best of Prime April 2022. There we come. Oh, good livings. Gee whiz. No, you had to see something coming like that. But I guess that gets me to the other thing. I did miss out a couple things there in the blog, in the Prime news there. So besides the Renault T, which I have no idea here what package it actually is supposed to be, I didn't even notice anything, to be honest with you. There's also apparently a update to the Italian border, like the toll roads and stuff like that. There's been a bit of an update there too, I think. That's what it said. I don't know if it's actually in it yet because, well, we're here in Austria, so that doesn't really help us much, does it? But as far as I know, it's supposed to be in there as well, so keep that in mind. That's also another thing on the list that I managed to somehow miss out. Don't you dare pull out trucks. Good. Thank you very much. Maybe we'll pass these guys here. And look at this. Cut through the middle of the hills here. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, I can't believe I went to the one stinking gate. I thought it was going to go through the past few one, and then I couldn't really see on my screen because I don't use an awfully big monitor, and it's not the highest resolution in the world either. It is 1080, but it's not the greatest because of how far it is away from me when I have my wheel and stuff set up. So I couldn't really actually see, to be honest with you, the barrier that was down. I didn't realize that it couldn't go into it. Now, I should have probably known, because I could have looked at the signs and say, you know, it probably wouldn't go for trucks. And considering I hit something on the way into it, means that, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Now I'm going to follow these guys. Because, I mean, oh, you know what? That's probably it. Because this is for transports, isn't it? That's not for transports. Oh, dude, I am just living right here. Couldn't read signs for the life of me, but that's okay. We're living now, and let's continue on talking about 1.44 for ETS2 and what else it brings in. Well, okay, well, we talked about Austria, talked about the adjustable suspension, because those two are probably the biggest features, of course, that have come in. But we have also had some changes to some of the other settings. We've actually had a force feedback upgrade update thing. I haven't really noticed too much of a distance. It does actually feel a lot more realistic. I did reset like they recommended and adjusted it back to kind of roughly where I know, but it is actually quite realistic. I am quite happy with how the results of this are. Overall, the sounds are quite nice. Or sounds, that's not quite what I'm feeling. The feeling is quite nice. The sounds are good too. Of course, I'm not running any mods today. Just bare bones ETS2. Well, I guess plus all the DLCs that I have. That's quite obvious. But yeah, it is a... The settings really, you don't really notice. I mean, to each their own, I guess, on that one. What else did we have? Feels like we've got more here. Oh, company logos. I believe I'm actually hauling one of those companies that have been revamped. A lot of the virtual companies that are in ETS2, and I'm going to assume the same will be for ATS, for my American friends there as well, or for the European friends that just like to drive in America. As far as I know, a lot of these have actually been changed. Now, I I do believe it said some, so I mean some is not all, but I believe this has actually been redone. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but the LKW, it feels like this seems a lot more modern than compared to what it was before. Like I don't know how many of these more modern, clean designs there were in ETS2 for the different companies beforehand, but obviously a lot of them have had a significant revamp and they look a lot better in general. I'm trying to go through my head, or my little brain here, as I've just finished, actually not too long ago, dealing with the Prime News episode, and somehow I've managed to forget, or that's the example of how my brain is right now, managed to forget some of the extra things, which unfortunately I don't have my list up with me because my phone died, so that's really quite unfortunate, but I forgot to charge it. There's another good thing for my brain today. Anyways, so when it comes to, I guess we could talk a little bit more about what's happening here on ETS2 with the Heart of Russia situation and, well, I guess maybe should I say the lack of news on it. Unfortunately, for, I guess, a lot of us who've been hoping for a new map, that may be a bit of a delay now for the, well, undefined future, really. We don't really know what, unfortunately, what the situation is with SES Software completely. We know what their stance is on it, which is completely respectable, and I do agree with their stance. Now, everyone does, a lot of people have their opinions on stuff. I know a lot of people do agree with what SES Software, and most likely what I am thinking on the whole Ukraine-Russia conflict situation, or war at this point, to be honest. But SES Software has taken a stand, and on the Steam work page, or on the Steam store page, I guess I should say, not the workshop, they actually removed the truck that was on the cover art. Now, for those who don't know, maybe you're new to the SES Software franchise. Generally speaking, whenever there is a brand new DLC of some sort, it will start out without any truck on the cover, and then as the progression, as the updates come, and we get closer and closer to the release of said DLC, the truck will appear on it. Now, the truck has been removed from the Heart of Russia DLC cover art, I guess you could say, because it did have, I believe it was actually a Renault, or maybe it was Iveco, I can't quite remember, to be honest, on the cover art, and it is now gone. So that's unfortunate for us wanting to know when Heart of Russia is coming, because it was very, very close to having it released here. I slowed down a lot. Heavy on the brakes. Got a heavy foot there. I guess maybe I didn't adjust my braking sensitivity the amount I should have. But look at this area here around Linz. What a beautiful area here. Looks like we're kind of in more of the industrial park area, which is something I think we're going to notice a lot more of here in these DLCs and revamps as well. A lot more of these dedicated areas, which I am always happy about. We'll move over here, because we got to make a right-hand turn, and we are almost to our delivery point. Okay, there's some weird potential flickers. Keep in mind that there is, of course, going to be, well, at least most likely, if you are part of the open beta, odds are you'll find something that's not quite right. That is perfectly normal, because there is a lot in this update, more than I even named off in this episode. And once again, I'd highly either checking out the blog post or check out my Prime News video, because I did cover other stuff, and yeah, there's a lot in this update, and who knows, maybe there'll be more. We don't really know, to be honest with you. But yeah, it is definitely a great update so far. I'm really excited for trying out some of the other things, and hopefully the American Truck Simulator side of things will roll around within a few days as well. Who knows, maybe it'll only be maybe you'll be watching this on the day that I've done a Prime News on the American Truck Simulator side of things. We have no idea, but let's get this thing reversed into our spot, because I need to get this edited so you guys can watch it, because you guys want to see this first look stuff from me. I know it. And I definitely want to get it out to you guys, because this is a lot of fun. I love these first look things. Fresh content. You gotta love it. That's actually not too bad for me, to be honest. So we're gonna call her good. Put her in a neutral. Stop it beeping at me. Don't like it when the trucks beep at me. But thank you all so much for watching. What an amazing update. I am loving this. Every second of this, really. The map looked absolutely amazing as we were driving through, mainly on the highways, to be honest. But we're gonna have to explore some more of Austria, and of course the other things that come with the 1.44 update for ETS2, and Who knows, maybe the next episode will be ATS, depends on when 1.4 open beta releases for it. But expect to see a lot more content now from me because things are starting to level out for me IRL, so it's easier for me to do these videos, well, without being so stressed about other stuff. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.